author of 3 novels, 2 crime novels and my latest one, Sorrow Spring, which would be characterised as a folk horror. In the How to Write series, I'm going to talk to you about incorporating fairy tale, folklore, myth and legend into your writing. So why would you want to do this? Normally the first stories we're ever told are fairy tales or a bit of folklore, or especially a bit of local folklore saying that that house is around the road is haunted, or there's an old witch who lives in the woods. And these might vary from region to region, but they contain very similar themes and tropes, and there's a universality to them which makes them perfect for incorporating into novels, particularly crime and horror novels. So whether you go for inspiration, you could go to a real legend. For example, the first book I came across in this genre was Alan Garner's The Weird Stone of Brisingamen, and he tells the tale of the Wizard of Alderley Edge, who comes out of the hillside and buys a farmer's mare for the one of the knights of King Arthur, who is sleeping beneath Alderley Edge. E. Nesbit, in Magpies in Marble, she invents a legend. Marble effigies from inside the church rise on All Hallows Eve and walk back to the village and woe betide anyone who gets in their way. For me, I did a sort of hybrid in that I used a real legend, the legend of St. Canal, but I fictionalised it into St. Farron so I could make certain changes. So St. Canal was the boy king of Mercia who was murdered by his wicked stepsister. Where he was murdered, a spring came from the ground, and this granted good health to everyone around it. So that's what I used as the start-off point for my novel. I started it during lockdown, and obviously we were all worried about our health, so the idea of people preserving their health through the spring tied in very much with the zeitgeist. And also there's a universality to it, because throughout history we've been terrified of illness, infection, plague, and all over the world there are wells and trees and ceremonies that are meant to keep you safe. So again, there's a universality to this idea. So one thing you'll have to do in your novel is communicate whatever the folk tale is. Alan Garner does this brilliantly in The Weird Stone of Brisingamen with a prologue, and it's a short tale, probably told as it's been told down beside firesides for generations. More commonly, you have an outsider coming in. In Magpies in Marble, a young couple move to the village and they have to find out why their housekeeper is too scared to stay with them on All Hallows Eve. In Sorrow Spring, I had a vicar come in from outside for a week because the normal vicar was away, and he recounts the tale of St. Farron for his own amusement because it's new to him and he's unaware of it previously. However, as with everything, these should just act as inspiration or a framework. For all fiction, particularly genre fiction, it's more important to create engaging characters and a strong narrative pull. I hope these tips have been useful to you, and happy writing.